Right, so for today we're going to discuss pressure measurement by manometer. Okay, so the relationship between pressure and head is utilized for the pressure measurement in the manometer or liquid gauge. So yung ating manometer, yan, tinatawag din siyang liquid gauge. Yan, so yun yung reason bakit meron tayong a measurement of pressure in terms of the height of millimeters. Height of mercury in millimeters or in inches. Okay? So, gumagamit tayo ng liquid gauge. So, kinukuha natin yung relationship ng pressure head, and the fluid or the property of the fluid that we are analyzing. So, dito, sabi, between the pressure and the head. So, if we're going to look back with our previous discussions, so we know that the ratio between the pressure, P, and the pressure head, H, is equal to the unit weight gamma. Okay, so this is the unit weight. So this is your unit weight. Or pwede rin naman na ito ay equal sa rho times gravitational constant, wherein yung ating rho, ito yung ating mass density. Okay, and G, of course, gravitational constant. Okay, so ayan yung ating relationship sa itong mga properties ng fluid with respect to the pressure and pressure head. So, for this reason, dito na pumapasok yung application natin, which is manometer, a measuring device. So, the simplest form of this manometer is called pressure tube or piezometer. So, yan ang tawag sa simplest form of manometer, consisting of a single vertical tube open at the top, inserted to a pipe for a vessel containing liquid under pressure, which rises in the tube to a height depending on the pressure. Okay. If the top of the tube is open to the atmosphere, the pressure measure is gauge pressure. So ito yung ating example ng piezometer. Yan. So itong portion na to, ito. Yan. Yan. So, yung kulay, ito. Kulay na lang natin ng green. Yan. So, itong portion na yan yung ating piezometer, Yung buong height na to. Okay, kasi merong H. So, itong buong height na yan So, i-assume natin na ito yung buong height na yan. Okay. So, ito, tsaka ito. So, i-assume muna natin na ito yung total height ng inyong piezometer. Yan. So, this height is the height of the piezometer. Now, piezometer usually placed on the top of the conveying pipe. Ibig sabihin yung may fluid, flowing fluid. So, kaya ito kasi yung tsura niya, kapag siguro ginawan ng ng nest ganyan, something like that. Okay. Yan, ganyan siya. Then, nagpo-flow. Of course, meron din yan dito. So, nagpo-flow yung fluid. Okay, so, flowing fluid yan. So, yung flowing fluid na yan, magkakos yan ng pag-angat, dun sa inyong level ng inyong sa tube. Okay? So, yan yung nakikita nyong H sub 1 kung pinlace siya dun sa malapit sa pinakataas ng inyong pipe, That is ating H sub 1. Okay? Ngayon, may mga instance na piniplace natin yung ating piezometer because of what we call, tinatawag natin na differences in terms of the measurement or pag-fluctuate, no, due to the velocity of the fluid, no, nagbabago-bago yung pressure. Of course, may factor din yung mga impurities. So, minsan nilalagay siya dito sa center of the pipe. Ito. Yan, the center of the pipe. Yan yung nakikita nyo value na to na H sub 2. Okay? So, these two values, no, ang tawag sa kanya, pag binabasa natin, of course, if we're going to check for the pressure at point A and point B, we call it the pressure head. Or, other term for that is what we call piezometric height. Okay? Yan. Yung ating piezometric height. Sabihin, height ng liquid doon sa loob ng piezometer. Okay? So, yun yung ating tawag doon. Or, pwede rin tinatawag din siyang this piezometric height, technically, is the pressure head. Okay? So, this is the pressure head. So, yun yung binabasa natin, yung height of mercury, height of water, and so on. Okay? So, to compute for the pressure of point A and point B, so since alam nga natin na gauge pressure to, no, just like I've told you way back, no, gauge pressure ang pressure na to. So, for the computation of pressure, ayan, so it's stated here that pressure at A, pressure due to column of liquid with height H sub 1, ayan, so sabi dito is gamma, P sub A is rho G sub 1, or pwede naman kung in terms of gamma, that is gamma H sub 1. Yung pressure B is gamma H sub 2. So, equal lang yun doon. Okay? So, as simple as that, no? Parang ano to, reminder sa atin. Sabi ko nga, this is an application of what we have discussed, no, way back, no, yung mga pinag-usapan natin from the definition of pressure and principle of Pascal's law. Tapos, kasama na rin dito yung ating pressure in head, no, variation of pressure. So, lahat yon ay one of the application of that is manometer or pressure measuring device, no, manometer. Okay? So if a liquid is moving in the pipe or vessel, the bottom of the tube must be flushed inside the vessel. Ito yung dahilan, no? The reason why pinapakita dyan sa inyo na meron dalawang klase ng piezometric height because of that, no, na may mga times na nagkakaroon ng fluctuation doon sa ating reading because of the velocity, no, affected. Ayan, nakalagay nga dyan sa inyong nakikita. It is affected by the velocity of the fluid, no, yung ating reading. This instrument can only be used with liquids, most of the time, no, and all of the time liquid, kaya nga liquid gauge. And the height of the tube, which can conveniently be employed, limits the maximum pressure that can be measured. Kaya may mga instance na dapat itong height H na to, okay, this height should be greater than dun sa maximum pressure na mabasa or pressure head na mababasa natin or the piezometric height. For example, ito H sub 1, dapat sobrang hindi yan tataas sa H kasi nga matatapon. Okay? So, ayun yung isang reason, no, kung bakit nagiging gano'n, no? May mga fluctuation, may mga error. Okay? So, for us to understand that more, okay, and for us to be ma-introhan, or should I say, ma-test agad, no, or ma-warm up, to give us a warm up question, let's answer this sample problem specifically under this piezometer. Okay, so what is the maximum gauge pressure, okay, of water that can be measured by means of a piezometer tube 2 meters high? Yan. So, mass density of water is 10 cube kilogram per cubic meter, or that is 1,000, no, kilogram per cubic meter. Okay. So, for this solution, okay, so it was already given na, no? So, ang tinatanong sa atin, maximum gauge pressure that can be measured by the means of piezometer. So, tinatanong sa atin yung pressure. Okay. So, it was given yung ating height ng piezometer. That is 2 meters. So, ito rin yung kanyang maximum height. No? Maximum height. Yan. So, max height that can be used, no, for the pressure. Kasi maximum pressure yung hinahanap natin. So, binigyan tayo ng density ng water. That is 1,000 kilogram per cubic meter. So, it is an easy approach, no? So, we could compute actually, or could directly compute for that. So, P is equal to rho GH. Therefore, P is equal to 1,000 kilogram per cubic meter multiplied by 9.81 meter per second squared times height natin na 2 meters. Okay. So, for our maximum value, P in Pascal is 19,620 Newton per square meter, or this is 19,620 Pascal. If you want to use kilopascal or kilonewton per square meter, just divide it by 1,000. So, 19.620 kilonewton per square meter, or 19.620 kilopascal. Okay? So, these are your answers, okay, or answer. So, wala naman binanggit na unit of measurement for problem number 1 or sample problem directly under piezometer. Okay? So, this is just an introduction of manometer. Now, the simplest form of manometer is called piezometer. Okay? So, next. Now, let's proceed with what we call U-tube manometer. Yan. So, in U-tube manometer, so just like the same as the manometer or the piezometer. Yun nga lang, this time, so let's say ito yung inyong pipe, no? So, ito yung pipe ninyo. Cross-section nyo, nakikita nyo dyan na nakaharap. No? Let's say, ganyan nga yan. Tapos, nagpo-flow. Yan. Dire-diretso lang yan eh. Magpo-flow yung inyong fluid, of course. No? Yan, magpo-flow yan dyan. Yan. So, madalas, no, kapag U-tube manometer, ginagamit natin is, yung pipe natin ay nakatusok from the side of the flowing fluid sa loob ng pipe. So, just like that, no? Ngayon, sa loob ng system na yan, so may tinatawag tayo na manometric liquid or liquid or manometer liquid. Ito yon. So, shade ko siya ng red. Yan. So, ito yan, no? Yung red na yan, yan yung ating, okay? So, this is called manometer liquid or manometric liquid. Okay? So, that manometric liquid ay merong density, ayan yung nakalagay na rho man, okay? Or rho ng manometer liquid. So, ginagamit natin ng manometric liquid dahil since nasa side natin siya nilagay at naggawa tayo ng bend, no, doon sa ating tube at hindi siya diretso lang. So, kailangan natin ng liquid na mas mataas ang densities. Usually, this manometric liquid has higher density. So, this has higher, yan. So, this has higher density. Higher density than the fluid in pipe. Okay? So, yan. Madalas yung mas mataas na density yung ginagamit na kaysa dun sa fluid P na nandun sa inyong pipe or conveying pipe. Okay? So, ayan. Nakikita nyo yung fluid. So, since merong presence ng pressure dito, okay, so let's say ito. So, meron siyang pressure sub A. So, let's say ito yung point D. Since exposed to sa atmosphere, itong point D, yan. Yung pressure dito, just like our discussion na nakaraan, is equal to 0. Okay? So, meron tayong napapansin dyan. Meron tayong ditong height H sub 1 caused by the fluid na ina-analyze natin and H sub 2 na naging height ng ating manometric liquid with respect to a datum. So, in this case, so meron tayong set na datum dito at ito yon no, yung BC, no, sinet yung datum dyan sa level na yan. Okay? So, ngayon, that's the setup of a YouTube manometer. Okay? So, now, meron kayo nakikitang formula dyan. Ito. I believe nakikita niyo yung formula na to. Yan. Sabi, rho A or P sub A is equal to rho ng manometer GH sub 2 minus rho ng liquid GH sub 1. Okay? So, dapat ba natin i-memorize yung formula na yan agad? So, pwedeng hindi, no? Pwede nyo rin i-memorize. So, I guess you could just, better option is for you to memorize the concept, okay? Not just the formula. So, for an instance, so katulad nito, no, kung natatanda ninyo, etong, if I draw this line of action with respect to this, no? Yan. Ulitin natin. So, yan, with respect to that line, we could say na, if I transfer this point A here, no? Let's say A prime. So, meron tong PA prime. I could say that PA is equal to PA prime. Okay, so by virtue of having a line of action with the same point and the same fluid. Okay, so isa elevation nila. So from here, we could actually derive the formula na nakikita nyo yung naka-highlight na green. Okay, o tanggalin ko na lang yung highlight. Yan. So, yun naka-box. Okay? So, for us to derive that formula, okay, we will just follow yung ating napag-usapan na from our previous discussion, which is summing up pressure head. Okay. So, you just sum up pressure. Okay, or pressure head. Pwede. So, in this case, so, mas pipiliin kong mag-sum ng pressure kasi pressure yung binigay na formula dun sa ating naka-box. Okay? So, to sum up for pressure, so, umpisa natin sa P sub A prime, which is P sub A din. Diba? So, ayan yun. So, then, we know, or let's have our condition na nasatisfy na natin noon. So, kapag pababa natin binasa ang gamma H, so this is positive. Kapag pataas natin siya binasa, yung gamma H natin, negative. Okay. So, now let's proceed. So, let's proceed. So, let's start with P sub A. This is P sub A. Yan. So, bababa tayo. Plus, so, ang kanyang density, ay ginamit ang density na symbol, hindi gamma. So, that is rho G, tapos H sub 1. Ngayon, since meron tayo dito, no, na nakabend sa baba na letter U, sige. So, for the sake of discussion, lagyan din natin to ng height. Okay. So, let's say ito yung ating height H sub 3. Yan. Kasi meron tayong H sub 2, diba? So by using that, since manometric liquid to na merong rho man na density, so that is, so gawin natin ito, gawin natin yung kulay, ito na lang. So this will become plus rho manometer, yan, G H sub 3. Then aangat siya, no? Babalik sa point C. Yan, babalik sa point C. That is minus rho ng manometer G H sub 3. So, kung mapapansin nyo, no? Etong, yan. So, if you notice, okay, etong portion na to ay will give you a value of 0. Okay? So, kaya, kung natatandaan nyo yung last problem natin, or second to the last problem from our previous discussion, may pinakita akong ganitong solution, no? Yan. So, yung gamma H sub 1, okay, dun sa water na nasa tank, pag binasa natin pababa, is greater than yung gamma H sub 1, pero opposing sign kapag binasa natin sa pataas. Anong ulit yan? Dapat same property of fluid. In this case, pares na pares siya, no? Kung ano man yung kanyang density. Okay? So, from BC, point BC, tuloy natin, that is rho, so minus rho ng manometer fluid, G, H sub 2 is equal to P sub D. Alam natin that P sub D is also equal to 0. So, by simplification, that is P sub A plus rho G H sub 1. Ito, 0 na yan. Wala na yung kulay pink na yan. Minus rho ng manometer G H sub 2 is equal to 0. So, by rearranging, P sub A is equal to rho ng density ng manometer fluid G H sub 2 minus rho ng fluid G H sub 1. Okay? So, ito yung ating formula for P sub A, which is kaparehas ng nakikita nyo dyan sa inyong module. Ito. Okay? So, they're just the same. Ito, tsaka ito. So, they're just the same. Okay? So, ayan. So, kahit hindi nyo i-memorize, basta alam nyo mag-sum up ng pressure or pressure head, you could still answer this problem. Okay? So, for that, dahil dyan, sagutan na natin yung problem. Okay? So, let's answer this problem. So, stated here. Ayan. At YouTube manometer, same figure as shown above. O, yan, nataon. Na kapares daw. Okay? Ng figure shown above is used to measure gauge pressure of fluid P of density 800 kg per cubic meter. Ayan daw. So, yung density daw nito ng fluid P ay 800 kg per cubic meter. Okay. So, if the density of the liquid Q, which is the manometric liquid, nakikita nyo ba sa inyong screen, okay, ay meron daw 13.6 times 10 cube kilogram per cubic meter or 13,600 kilogram per cubic meter, what will be the gauge pressure at A if, letter A, the value of H sub 1 is 0.5 meter and D is 0.9 meter above BC? Ito daw. Yung point D na to is 0.9 meter above BC. And that is, by observation, H sub 2. Okay? So, let's answer. And letter B, H sub 1, 0.1 meter. And D is 0.2 meter below BC. Okay? So, first thing, so, isagutan natin muna ng yung letter A. So, letter A. So, in letter A, yan. So, binigyan tayo ng mga values na, no, na ating pwedeng gamitin. Okay, so, meron daw tayo. So, pares na yung setup. So, binigyan tayo ng rho or density ng ating liquid na i-analyze. O, liquid to be analyzed, 800 kilogram per cubic meter. Okay, then, density ng liquid Q or manometric liquid natin, that is 13.6 times 10 cube kilogram per cubic meter. Okay. Then, okay, binigyan din tayo ng letter A, H sub 1, 0.5 meter. Okay. H sub 1 is 0.5 meters. At yung H sub 2 natin, magagaling siya doon sa statement na point D or D is 0.9 meters above BC. And that is H sub 2. So, 0.9 meters. Okay. So, by substituting this formula, so ito na lang gamitin natin. Okay. Yan. Actually, we could use this one, no? Kasi dinerive naman natin tong formula na to. Yan. So, let's use this formula. So, let's continue. So, P sub A, o diretso na lang natin siya substitute. P sub A is equal to rho ng manometer liquid, that is 13.6 times 10 cube kilogram per cubic meter multiplied by 9.81 meter per second squared multiplied by H sub 2 natin na 0.9 meter. Then, minus, so this is 800 kilogram per cubic meter times 9.81 and meter per second squared times 0.5 meters. Okay? So, therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng result ng P sub A in terms of Newton per square meter or Pascal. Okay? So, yun ang ating magiging sagot. So, the answer for this is 116,150.40 Newton per square meter. Or, dahil wala naman binigay na unit, pwede rin din natin siyang i-convert to kilonewton per square meter. That is 116.1504 yan, kilonewton per square meter or kilopascal. Okay, so this is your answer yan, for letter A, no, dito sa sample problem na to. Okay? Yan. So, 116.15 kilonewton per square meter or 116,150.4 Newton per square meter. Yan. So, now let's proceed with letter B. So, the reason why meron tayong dalawang parang illustration dyan is because of this, no? So, okay na tayo sa situation A. Now, let's proceed with situation B. Sabi sa situation B, yung H sub 1 daw is 0.1 meter and D is below 0.2 meter below BC. So, I will just assume a height, no, below. Let's say, papantay ko na dito. Yan. Let's say, ito yung level na yan. So, if this is your BC, yung kulay purple. Yan. Okay. Okay. Ang sabi is, 0.2, okay, 0.2 meter daw na mas mababa. So, if this is your 0.1, yung H sub 1, so, nandito daw yung point D natin. So, ito. Nandito yung point D. Okay. Ngayon, ang problema, okay, lista natin. So, this is your H sub 2. So, malamang ito yung inyong H sub 2. Okay, na 0.2 meter. So, ang problema, the setup na pinapakita sa atin ay nakabaliktad. So, maybe, ganito ang nangyari sa inyong YouTube manometer. So, nag-bend din siya ng, let's say, pa ganito. Okay? So, let's say nag-bend yung inyong manometer pa ganyan. Parang ganyan no? Okay. Pero kasi, pa nag-bend yan ng ganyan, okay? So, lumalabas na, dapat makakancel mo yung H, no? So, ang analyzation is, pwedeng nag-bend yung manometer nyo. Okay? Or, pwede din naman, no? Na ang inyong manometer or manometric liquid, okay, ay nag-flow pababa. No, maybe nag-flow siya pababa. So kaya lumalabas na negative siya. So pag binabasa natin yan, let's say ito yung datum. Okay? So or origin, so this is your zero measurement. So pataas positive. So nandito sa baba, negative yung ating unit for 0.2 meter. Okay? So ganun ang nangyari sa inyong setup, no? So, pwedeng ibinaba yung point, no? Or pwede rin, no? Ganyan pa rin yung setup, tapos nag-fluctuate. Kasi, hindi naman bababa ng bigla yan, no? Kung hindi nag-fluctuate yung inyong pressure. Okay? So, tignan natin kung ano yung nangyaring behavior sa pressure na kung saan nasa baba siya ng level BC. Parang hirap isipin, no? Na mas mababa siya sa level BC. Kasi kung umikot yung YouTube, yung manometer yung isa pang U, yan, parang lumalabas yan na parang ano na siya, parang makakancel mo yung H sub 1 no? So, i-assume na lang natin na basta nasa baba yung point D na to. Okay, wherein, yung sukat na to, okay, ano daw sukat na to? 0.2 meter at itong H sub 1 is 0.1 meter. So, i-copy ko na lang to. Same yung kanyang solution no? dahil parehas yung mga properties. Ayan. Same yung solution. Okay? So, may iba lang ito. So, ito na lang yung baguhin natin. So, this one, ito magiging, ito daw, 0.1 meter. Ito ay 0.2 meter below BC, that is negative 0.2 meters. So, pag nilawrite natin, so, alisin natin yung mga kaninang units. Ayan. So, this will become, ito, h sub 2, negative 0.2 meter. Ito ay 0.1 meter. Okay, so, by direct substitution, so, it will give us yung ating pressure sub A ay mapapalitan na at hindi na ganito kataas. At ang mangyayari ay magkakaroon ng negative 27,468 Newton per square meter or negative 27.468 kilonewton per square meter. Okay, so that is the answer for that problem. So, natapon. Maybe, no, natapon. Dahil, hindi naman magiging negative yan kung hindi natapon yung fluid ninyo. Okay? So, ganun ang naging scenario para dito sa ating problem under the YouTube manometer. Okay? So, now, let's proceed with YouTube gauge. Ayan. So, YouTube gauge. Yung YouTube gauge is the same principle with YouTube manometer. Okay? So, naka-bend pa rin yung pipe. So, meron pa din siyang manometric liquid Q of density. Yan, raw manometer. Then, usually, ang ating YouTube gauge, yan, as the subtitle or the subtopic title suggests, ito ay ginagamit to measure pressure difference between 2 points. So, in this case, kung meron kang point A dyan, malamang meron ka ditong P sub A. Yan. So, meron ka din ditong P sub B. Okay? So, that P sub A and P sub E are measured using this gauge, no, YouTube gauge. Okay? So, this YouTube gauge, no, shows, okay, from the movement of the manometric liquid that P sub A is greater than P sub B. Okay? Paano ka nasabi yun? Okay? So, in a YouTube gauge, the pressure with greater value will push the manometric liquid lower than the pressure with lower value or lower value. Okay? So, let's say if P sub A is greater than P sub B, kung mapapansin nyo dito, nandito na sa point C yung inyong manometric fluid or liquid, no, caused by pressure A. By the way, the pressure movement, no, is malamang iba pababa yun. No, itutulak niya to. Kasi alam natin ng liquid, it follows the shape of the container. Ito rin B, itutulak niya rin to. Okay? Ang problema, since mas malakas ang pressure sub A, mas mababa ang magiging level ng inyong fluid. Okay? Ngayon, kung nataon na equal sila, okay? If this pressure is equal, if P sub A is equal to P sub B, okay? Initial assumptions will be nandito yung inyong level ng inyong manometric fluid. Okay? So, ito yan. Nandito natin makikita yung ating yan, P sub A is equal to P sub B. Okay? Diyan natin makikita yon. Okay? So, ngayon, since nga nagkaroon ng difference, so, mangyayari ay matutulak yung isa ng mas mababa na yung liquid or manometric liquid. Okay? So, dito may mga height na siya, height A, height B, with respect to the datum CD, no, caused by this point. And then we know, no, from the concept of YouTube gauge, no, from the concept of YouTube gauge, na etong portion na to ay no need na natin basahin, no, kasi nga it will cause us a same value ng pressure, no, kahit walang height tayong ilagay dyan. Okay? So, ngayon may formula na nakalagay dito, no, nakikita niyo pa. That is P sub A minus P sub B. So, ibig sabihin yun yung assumption, no? P sub A is greater than P sub B. Ito yung assumption ng, ano na yan. So, P sub A is greater than P sub B. So, that is P sub A minus P sub B is equal to rho G times B minus A plus Hg, mod quantity, rho ng manometer liquid, times, minus rho ng inyong liquid. Okay? So, for us to derive that formula, so i-derive na lang natin yung formula na yan. Okay? So, again, what we're going to do is to sum up our pressure. No? So, summing up pressure. So, doon lang manggagaling yan. No? Summing up pressure. Yan. So, by summing up pressure, so, umpisa natin sa P sub A. So, become P sub A. Yan. So, bababa tayo. So, ang baba dyan is yung height A, no, hanggang dun sa point C. So, that is plus, no? Kasi yun yung ginagamit natin. Tandaan natin, ha? Yung pagpababa yung ating basa sa gamma H, positive. Kapag pataas, yung ating gamma H, negative. Okay? So, alam na natin yon. Okay? So, plus rho G, kasi rho yung fluid, diba? Nakikita ba yon? Times A, then, so, yung point C to point B, okay na yon, cancel out na. Then, aangat, so, minus rho ng manometer fluid, yan, G times H. Okay? Ngayon, bago ko ituloy, okay, bago natin ituloy, so, ang tawag dito, burahin ko na ito, ang tawag dito sa ating H na to, okay, dyan sa nag-cause na nagkaroon ng fluctuation natin pressure, is called, yan, okay, itong H na yan, is called manometer deflection. Okay, so that manometer deflection is caused by the difference in pressure. So, yan yung H, no, na nakamultiply dito sa atin sa rho manometer na G times H. Okay. Then, aangat, ang problema, hindi natin alam itong dimension na to. Now, we don't know this dimension. Yan. Ano ba yan? Yung dimension na yan. So, from the given illustration, if the total height is B and yung H natin ay yung naka-red lang from point line CD, so this is B minus H. Okay? So, using that height, that is minus rho nung liquid na lang, kasi babalik na sa liquid na yon, G times B minus H is equal to P sub B. So, again, if we're going to analyze kung that is P sub A is greater than P sub B, so this will become P sub A minus P sub B. So, inilipat ko lang ulit din lahat sa kabila. So, negative rho GA plus rho ng manometer fluid GH, then plus rho G, this is B minus H. Okay. So, simplify natin further, P sub A minus P sub B is equal to negative rho GA plus rho ng manometer fluid GH plus rho ng liquid GB minus rho GH. So, it's easy for me to group these mga values. So, i-grouping natin siya. This will become P sub A minus P sub B is equal to, pagsama-samay natin, so, negative rho GA. So, ito ang gagamitin ko, plus rho GB, yan. Tapos, plus rho ng manometer fluid GH, okay, minus rho GH. Yan. So, common factor dito sa isa. So, nakikita ba yan? Ang common factor is rho G. Yan, ito rin, rho G din, no? Dito naman, GH, mas dito, GH din, okay? So, by grouping those common factors, okay, factor out natin, so this is rho G multiplied by negative A plus B plus GH multiplied by rho ng manometer fluid minus rho, which is this formula, kung ma-observe ninyo, okay, is the same with the formula na nakikita nyo sa yan, kaliwa. Okay, yung pressure difference. Naka-arrange lang. Yung negative A plus B, yan yung B minus A. Okay, tapos GH or HG, yan. So, pares na pares lang yung ating sagot. So, ngayon, ang tanong, kailangan ba i-memorize yung formula na yan? Hindi. No, as long as you know or you know the principle in summing up pressure, you don't need to memorize the formula. Okay? So, now, let's answer this sample problem. Okay? So, let's answer this sample problem. So, a YouTube manometer is arranged, no, YouTube gauge as shown above. O yun. Parehas na sila ng setup. Yan. So, to measure the pressure difference between 2 points A and B, okay, in the pipeline conveying water density rho na merong 1,000 kilogram per cubic meter. Yan. The density of the manometric liquid Q is 13.6 times 10 cubed kilogram per cubic meter, and point B is 0.3 meter higher than point A. Okay. Calculate the pressure difference when H is equal to 0.7 meter. Okay? So, isa-isahin natin yung nakalagay. So, ganito daw yung setup, kamukhang-kamukha. So, binigay na sa atin yung mga properties. Sige, so sulat mo natin. So, for solution, so, binigay na sa atin lahat, kompleto, no? So, meron daw tayong density ng ating fluid, no, doon sa pipe, that is water, 1,000 kilogram per cubic meter. Okay? Yung manometric density, okay? So, ng ating manometric liquid is 13.6 yan, times 10 cube, okay, kilogram per cubic meter. Okay. Then, binigay din sa atin yung isa pang given. Sabi, point B is higher, okay, than point A ng 0.3 meter. So, balikan natin yung illustration. So, ito daw yung point B. Kita naman na mas mataas kaysa sa point A. So, point A daw is higher ng 0.3 meter. So, ito ba yun? So, let's say ito yung line na yun. Okay. So, then ito yung isa. Yan. So, ito yung ating yan. Okay. Ito yung ating 0.3 meter. So, is it safe to say na ito rin yung ating B minus A? Ayan. Okay. Ay. Sige. So, sana nakikita nyo siya, no? Yan. 0.3 meter yan. So, that is equal din sa B minus A. So, napapansin nyo ba kung nasaan yung B, nasaan yung A? So, ito yung ating A. Yan. Ito yung ating point B. Okay? So, that is the ano natin? Height. So, isulat na natin siya. So, this will become B. Yan. Ay. Yung ating yan, B minus A is equal to 0.3 meter. And then, yung ating height H daw, binigay, is 0.7 meter. Okay, so this is your manometer deflection. Okay, so let's proceed, no, by solving the pressure difference. So, gamitin na lang natin tong formula na to na-compute na natin or na-derive na natin. So, copy lang natin dito. Yan. So, para hindi tayo magsulat ulit. Diba? Yan. So, P sub A minus P sub B. Yan. So, i-write na lang natin to. So, this will become P sub A. Yan. P sub B pala to, no? Yan. P sub B. Minus P sub B is equal to, so, rho, that is 1,000. 1,000. Yan. Kilogram per cubic meter. Times 9.81 meter per second squared times negative A plus B, or that is B minus A, the same, 0.3 meter, yan, plus GH. So, G natin is 9.81 0.81 meter per second squared times 0.7 meters times difference, no? Kanilang density. So, gagawin ko na lang tong yung manometric liquid 13,600 kilogram per cubic meter minus 1,000 kilogram per cubic meter. So, the difference in pressure between A and B in Newton per square meter. Okay? So, again, kapag yan ay naging negative, mali ang ating solution. Sabihin, pabaliktad, no? Pero dahil nga binanggit na point B is greater than yung height niya is tawag dito, mas mataas sa point A, so, posibleng tumama, no? Pero nevertheless, kasi whether nasa taas siya or mas mababa siya, so, basta dahil kapag nag-negative pa rin, baliktad pa rin assumption natin. So, dito, it will give us a positive value na 89,467.20 Newton per square meter. So, positive value. So, positive value nakuha natin. So, therefore, okay, P sub A is greater than P sub B. Or, if we want to express it in kilonewton per cubic meter or per square meter, that is 89. So, 89.4672. That is kilonewton per square meter. Okay? So, either of the two is your final answer. Kasi wala namang binanggit na required units. Kaya pinapahanap lang pressure difference. Okay? So, this is your answer or solution for this problem. Okay, so now let's continue with YouTube with one leg enlarged. So when we say YouTube with one leg enlarged, ito yung tinutukoy ng ating titles. So ito yung ating right leg kasi nasa right side siya, or right ninyo. Ito yung ating left leg. So that means yung left leg ninyo, yun yung enlarged. Sabi mas malaki yung itsura niya. So kung mapapansin nga ninyo dun sa ating mga previous topic kanina, na yung YouTube gauge natin, pantay yung itsura ng kanyang or section niya, kung natin yung kanyang cross section ng area. But in this case, no, kaparehas nung with YouTube with one with inclined leg, mas malaki yung isa, no? So okay. So, yun yung, kaya ganyan yung, niya, yung title niya. So, dito may formula na tayo nakikita, no, na naka-box din. That P sub 1 minus P sub 2 is equal to rho G multiplied by Z plus Z times, or the quantity, D over D na naka-squared, which is ito yon. So, hopefully nakikita nyo siya. Ito yon. Okay. Then, is equal to rho G Z plus, multiplied by 1 plus yung ratio na D over D square na naka-square. Okay? So, itong purpose na to, no, ng ating mga YouTube leg o YouTube manometer with one leg enlarged, ginagamit to madalas kapag minimeasure natin ang pressure difference ng mga gases. Okay? Na nasa loob ng pipe. So, ano na ba yung mga gases na nasa loob ng pipe? Siyempre, yung mga flammable gases, or may mga instance dahil gumamit tayo ng liquid or na may density rho, madalas ito yung mga liquid na matataas yung kanyang tendency to explode, no? Like yung mga biogas na mga setup, no? For example, no, kung may nakakano sa inyo na tinatawag na sanitary landfill. So, in a sanitary landfill, nagko-collect siya ng biochemicals, no? Yun yung kapag pinipiga natin yung mga waste. And then, those liquid na makuha natin, no? It will be subjected to a higher temperature or to a tank, no, na pressurized, then magpo-produce siya ng gas. Okay? So, that gas, no, ay may convey to a pipe system at gagamitin na siya na as pwedeng panluto, pwedeng pang power ng let's say lights, no? So tawag doon biogas system. So meron din yan sa mga poultry farm wherein yung kanilang mga waste chamber, no, ginagawa na siya or kinakavera ng material that could withstand high pressure, no, yung matatawag na high density polyethylene materials, no, yung mga geosynthetic materials na kaya mag-sustain nun. So nagiging ano na siya, part na siya ng biogas system. Okay, so yun yung ginagamit dito, ginagamit yon, no, dahil mapapansin nyo yung existence ng pressure dito, no, though gas ito ay hindi sila zero, so ibig sabihin may value, no, may value. And the pressure at the gas, syempre alam natin na itutulak yung pababa because of the gravity pa din. Kahit gaano kagaang ang gas, no, meron pa rin silang weight. Okay, so in this case, no, i-resolve natin ang hanapin natin bakit naging ganito yung ating formula. But before that, let's look into this one muna, yung z multiplied by d over d squared. Okay, the z is the height na nawala, okay, when p sub 1 is greater than p sub 2. Sige. So p sub 1, so yung ating p sub 1 is greater than p sub 2. Ang nangyari is, nawala itong portion na to. It so happened that this portion na nawala ay equal dito. Okay? Sa umangat. Kasi originally, kung equal lang, no? If p sub 1 is equal to p sub 2, ang nangyari ay, yung liquid na yan, na nakikita nyo parang dash line na yan, nandito sila sa line na to, yung XX yan. Nasa isang portion sila, pantay. Now, but because of varying pressure, doon sa isang left leg, yung sa mas malaki ang cross-section area na meron diameter D na malaki, so, tinulak niya yun pababa, na parang katulad niya sa YouTube gauge, diba? And then, mas mababa yung pressure, so kahit anong tulak ng P sub 2, so magiging mas mataas yung magiging level niya compare sa P sub 1 with respect to that XX na line. So if that's the case, mangyayari is etong line na to, na didiretso ko to, yan. So let's say na itong height na to is yan, y. Yan yung y. So therefore, we could say, no, that y, so that's sulatan dito, y is equal to z, sabi daw nyon, multiplied by d over d squared. Okay. So patunayan natin na yan nga yung y. Kasi parang nangyari yun, no? Ito yung z Ito yung distance z, or height z. Sige. So let's prove that one exists. Okay? So, from this figure, we know that the volume of the left leg, okay, yung merong mas malaki, no, is na nag-disperse, ayan yung red, is equal to the volume ng right leg na umangat. Okay? So, ito, so ilagay natin, no. So, itong VL na to, na dito sa inyong kaliwa, this is what we call ating displaced volume. Okay? Displaced volume, sabihin na bawas. Ito yung sa kanan naman, ito yung ating increased volume. Okay? Sabihin na dagdag dun sa kabilang side, no, sa right leg. So, applying that concept, so ano ba magiging volume ng ating na nabawas yung red? That is pi d squared over 4, kasi cross-sectional area, times the height, which is y, okay, is equal to pi d squared na maliit over 4, yan, times z. So, dito natin tutuloy. Try natin dito. Yan. So, therefore, makakancel natin to. Ay. Yan, mawawala yan. Yan, okay. So, matitira na lang is d squared, yan, y is equal to d squared, yung maliit na, z. So, therefore, y is equal to d squared over, yan, d squared times z, or to simplify z, ay, ilabas na natin to, d over d, yan, squared. O, parehas nga, tama. Ngayon ang tanong, sir, paano nangyari na ito yung naging formula ng pressure, difference ng pressure? So, again, let's sum up pressure. So, doon na naman tayo babalik eh. So, summing up pressure ulit. Okay. So, gamit yung ating illustration. So, let's sum up pressure. So, P sub 1, okay, mas mataas yun. So, nakikita ba sa illustration? So, P sub 1, tapos, since gas to, okay, kahit gaano pa kalakian or yung height na to, no, pag gases kasi, no, kahit gaano pa kalaki ang height na yan, okay, let's say H, kahit gaano pa kalaki yan, no, basta pag gas, since sobrang gaang nila at nagiging negligible na yung kanilang weight in comparison to the density ng fluid, so, wala na, no, pare-parehas na yung pressure dyan. Okay, pare-parehas na. Okay, so, kaya nawawala na yung may height, no, wala na yon. So, that is P sub 1. Yan. Then, so, eto dito, since nawala na, gas na rin to, na yung red, diba? So, technically, naging gas na rin yan. So, gawin natin na, ano. So, eto, gas na rin yan. Eto, gas. Yan. Yan yun. Okay? So, pare-pares ng gases yan. Tapos, eto, so, gawin na natin siyang, ano, blue. So, eto, magiging, ano na, part na siya ng liquid. Okay? So, ayan. No? So, ayan na. Okay. So, liquid na siya. So, gas na yan. So, bababa dito. Okay. Bababa. Yan. Ay. So, bababa dito. Yan. So, wala na. Wala ng height, no? Mangyayari na lang is yung Y. So, minus. Ay. Minus tayo. Minus. Kasi tataas, di ba? Minus rho. Yan. Gy minus rho Gz. Actually, pwede na natin pagsamahin yan, no? Or equal to P sub 2. Oh, let's factor out now. P sub 1 minus, so this is rho G, tapos this is Y plus Z is equal to P sub 2. Oh, so rearranging, tuloy natin dito. So, tuloy natin dito. So, this is, yan, P sub 1 minus P sub 2 is equal to rho G, yan, Y plus Z. Eh, alam natin that yung ating Y is equal to, anong ulit yun? Z. So, ayusin natin to. So, equal siya sa Z multiplied by D over D na naka-squared plus Z. O, yan. So, kamukha na yan na nandito. Ito, yung isa. Ito. Yan. Okay? Tapos, kung gusto natin ilabas yung Z kasi common pa rin sa kanilang dalawa yon sa side equation, this will become P sub 1 minus P sub 2 is equal to rho Gz and multiplied by D over D squared, sorry. Yan. D over D na naka-squared plus 1. Yan. So, parehas na siya, no? Dito sa ating formula na nakikita nyo. Okay? So, the same formula. So, now, let's proceed with U-tube with one leg incline. Pag U-tube with one leg incline, so, katulad nga ng ating napag-usapan, no, dun sa ating variation of fluid, no? So, kapag merong angle, so, kukunin natin yung angle or yung height, no? Vertical height. In this case kasi, ang binigay is length, no? Yung x. Dahil tayo magamit niyan, at ang ginagamit natin ang height, itong ating Z. So, sa pagkuha ng difference in pressure, that is, imbis na rho G Z, dahil let's say ang binigay ay ito, this will become rho G X, yan, sin theta. Okay? So, yun lang yun, no? Kaparehas lang din yan ng kanina sa one leg incline. Ngayon, sir, nasaan po yung value ng ating Y? So, madadagdag yun. So, idagdag natin dito. So, let's say ito yung height na Y na nawawala. So, ito, bawa ito yun. Okay. Bawa lang. So, meron siya ditong height na Y. So, kapag may height na Y yan, so, idadagdag lang natin yung height na Y na yon. So, kung ano man yun, no, madadagdag siya dito. Okay? So, that means, no, na yung height na yon ay nakalagay na dun sa inyong Z. Kasi originally yan, kung pantay siya dito, yung parang dash line, ayan, yung Y na nakikita nyo. So, merong height or portion na itong X na to. Okay? Yan, meron siyang portion. Originally, na ito, wala. Na ang katumbas nito ay length. Yan. Or slant length, Y din. Okay? So, ayun yung ano doon. Kaya parang pinag-isa na lang, no? Pinag-isa. Yung Z na dyan, na nakikita nyo, o yung X slant height na yan, ay sama-sama na yan, no? So, cumulative, parang ganun. Cumulative value ng na move, no? Cumulative value of the length no, ng ating slant length, no? Slant length ng ating fluid caused by the difference in pressure. Okay? So, sama-sama na yon. So, dahil mamaya, no, may problem tayo ma-encounter na nakaganyan din. Okay? Sige. So, dito last. Okay? So, before we jump into sample problems, we have what we call yung inverted YouTube manometer. Okay? So, sa inverted YouTube manometer, so, alam natin, ayan. So, alam natin sa inverted YouTube manometer, so, pagdating dito, sa side na to, so, ito, hindi na natin ito babasahin itong height na to. So, we will just read it in such a way na yung normal reading natin. So, kung gusto natin i-read, so, summing up pressure, ayan. So, summing up pressure, yan. Summing up pressure. Okay. So, i-assume natin na, let's say, dahil mukhang dito, mukhang mas mataas yung P sub B, no? Tama ba? Tinulak niya sa dito naman, dahil pabaliktad, yung magtutulak ng mas mataas yung pressure, no? In this case, we could say that P sub B is greater than P sub A, no? Dahil nandito yung level niya, no? Ito. Yan. Tapos yung isa nandito. Okay? So, ito yung inyong liquid, no? Yung red. Na merong, ano daw yan? Density na raw manometer. So, that is, kung itutuloy natin yan, so, this is P sub, kung mag-umpisa tayo sa P sub A, no? Kung mag-umpisa tayo sa P sub A, ang ating P sub A, dahil mas mababa siya, mangyari ay, pabaliktad ang basa natin kasi magiging ano to, right to left, no, top to bottom, diba? So, dahil right to left tayo at nakabaliktad to, so, basahin lang natin as it is, no? Pero kasi ang assumption niyan ay ito. Ay, sorry. Ito ang assumption niyan ng ating P sub A. Yan. So, ito yung assumption natin. Okay? So, if that's the assumption, so, pwede natin basahin in nakabaliktad. Napabaliktad natin babasahin. So, that is P sub B. Yan, P sub B. Plus, so, merong height na B tsaka H. Nakikita ba yun? So, this is, yan. Rho ng manometer fluid, G times B plus H. Yan, tapos, maka-cancel yun. Ay, hindi pala. Rho ng liquid lang pala to. Rho ng liquid, G, B plus H. Yan. Tapos, bababa, minus, rho ng manometer liquid, GH. Tapos, minus, yan. Rho ng liquid, GA, is equal to P sub A. So, ayusin natin, P sub B minus P sub A. No, lipat lahat sa kabila. So, rho ng manometer GH plus rho GA minus rho G multiplied by B plus H. So, P sub B minus P sub A is equal to rho ng manometer GH plus rho ng liquid, tapos distribute, minus rho GB yan, minus rho GH. So, i-group natin, parang katulad kanina, P sub B minus P sub A. So, ano yung pwede natin mapagsakasama? So, pwedeng i-group natin yung rho ng manometer GH tapos minus rho GH, yan. Tapos plus rho GA minus rho GB. So, by continuation ng ating solution, parang katulad kanina, so this will become P sub B minus P sub A is equal to, anong common sa kanila? GH. So, that is rho ng manometer minus rho. Then, plus, dito na lang, plus rho G, that is A minus B. Ayan. So, actually, kahit hindi nyo na i-derive yan, no? Kasi, basta alam nyo mag-sum up ng pressure. Okay? So, that's it for the YouTube leg, or YouTube with one leg enlarged, YouTube with inclined leg, and inverted YouTube manometer. Okay, now let's proceed by answering this problem. Okay? So, for the manometer shown, determine the pressure at the center of the pipe. So, ito yung ating manometer. Yun daw yung ilang bend ba to? 1, 2, no? So, nevertheless, kung ilan man yan, basta alam mo mag-sum up ng pressure head. So, ito yung ating point P na hinahanap. May pressure daw dyan. So, ginamit is YouTube manometer pero naka-expose or open at the top. So, kung open at the top yan sa pinakataas, let's say ito yung ating point 1. So, we know that pressure at that point is 0. Okay? So, by answering that problem, so let's have our solution. Okay? For the solution, so gagamitan lang natin ng pag-sum up ng pressure. So, summing up pressure pa din yung magiging solution natin. Okay? So, depende kung saan kayo mag-uumpisa mag-sum up ng pressure. Again, kapag nag-negative or nagpa-positive yung sagutin or negative, that means pabaliktad na kayo ng assumption. Okay? So, let's start with this. No? Kung mag-umpisa ako sa point P, tas aangat, so that is minus. So, yung liquid natin, dalawa, no? So, lagyan na natin to ng kulay para ma-distinguish natin. So, yung red, gagawin ko siya yun yung mercury. So, ito. So, mercury yan. So, ayan yung kanyang level. Tapos, itong, let's say, ano na lang, blue. Okay. Ito yung ating oil. Okay. Nakikita ba? So, sabihin, oil yun nandito. Kahit yun nandito sa ating, tawag dito? Pipe, no? Nagpo-flow. Yan. Okay? So, that's oil. So, that is, tama ba, no? Na kapag binasa natin to, kung natatandaan nyo kanina, dito, okay, ano mangyari dito? Ay, dito sa atin, no? Dito sa height ng oil na to, ano to? Mawawala na, no? Tama ba? Hindi natin mababasa yan. So, ano na, okay na. Pero dito, sa mercury, wala na rin, no? Wala na. Kasi nga, they are, the same height, no? Kahit ano pa yung i-dictate yung height na yan, ay makakancel out lang yan. So, we know that already, no? Na, natin yan, na-discuss na natin kanina. Okay? So, matitira na lang na height at tinutukoy natin. Ito na lang. So, sulat ko So, ito na lang na para sa height ng oil. Okay, ito H for oil. Ito ay, this is height for mercury. Yan. So, itutuloy ko yung solution. Summing up pressure. So, P, pataas ko binasa, minus gamma ng oil times H ng oil. Okay. Minus, ulitin ko So, ulitin natin. So, yan. This will become P minus, yan, gamma ng oil, H ng oil, yan. Then, pataas ulit, minus gamma ng Hg, height ng Hg, is equal to P sub 1. Alam mo na 0 yan. So, i-simplify natin further. P minus, ano ba ang gamma ng oil? So, gamma ng oil, binigay yung specific gravity ng oil, binigay din yung specific gravity ng mercury. So, oil tayo. This is 0.8 multiplied by 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. So, pwede kong gamitin yon times height natin na 1.5 meters. So, ito yon. Nakikita nyo sa inyong handout or sa inyong screen. Then, pataas, so minus gamma ng mercury, 13.6, 13.55, okay, multiplied by 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter times 1 meter is equal to 0. So, dito pag simplify natin to, so we'll have a value of P na equal sa, so kung kilonewton yan, so that is 144.6975 kilonewton per square meter. So, ito na yung ating sagot para doon sa ating problem. Okay? So, yan na. Yan na yung solution. Diretso na. Okay? So, next. Okay. Let's proceed with this one. Yeah. So, determine the value of y in the manometer shown. Yeah. So, dito sa problem na to, may kulang tayo na given. So, ilalagay na lang natin. Kasi kulang, ano? Yung mercury kasi, kung mapapansin nyo sa setup, yung oil may specific gravity. Yung water, alam naman natin specific gravity. Yung air, ang binigay, pressure na. Pero ang mercury, walang binigay na specific gravity or any property. So, gamitin na natin na specific gravity. So, the specific gravity ng mercury is equal to 13.6. Ayan na lang. Specific gravity. So, since gumamit ng setup, na YouTube manometer, so, open sa top, yung pinakadulo. So, let's say ito ay 0.1. Yan dito. So, alam mo na ang pressure at 0.1 is equal to 0. Okay? So, ayan na. And then, if this is your point A, dito, point A to, so, this is point A. Actually, kung air ito, lagyan natin ng kulay. Yan. Kung air yan, so, ano man ang pressure dyan, kahit ano pa yung height na to, di ba nabanggit natin kanina, same yung pressure. So, pwede kong sabihin na, dito, sa line na to, let's say ito yung inyong point A. So, point A. Yan. So, ang pressure sa point A equals sa pressure ng air na 5 kilopascal. And so on na. Gagana na yung ating summing up ng pressure head. Okay? So, for our solution, so, ganun pa din. So, we will just sum up yung ating pressure head. Pressure. Summing up pressure. Okay. So, pwede rin naman pressure head or pressure head. Mamaya, papakita natin. Okay. Alin man dyan sa dalawa, pwede. So, pero unahin muna natin yung pressure kasi bibinigay na value ng pressure, di ba, ng air. So, this is P sub A. Yan, tapos bababa. Okay, so, sabi nga natin, pababa, positive ang gamma H. So, plus gamma ng oil, height ng oil, write ko muna yung formula, ha? Plus gamma ng water, height ng water. Then, dito, yan, makakancel na to. Dito, makakancel na to. Mawawala na yan. Okay. Tapos, matitira na lang yung Y. Okay. Paangat. Minus gamma ng mercury, height ng mercury is equal to P sub 1. Okay. Which is 0 yon. So, kung i-write ko to, P sub A plus gamma ng oil, height ng oil, plus gamma ng water, height ng water, minus gamma ng Hg, height ng Hg is equal to 0. We know, mag-side note tayo. Note. Okay. We know that the gamma ng oil is equal to specific gravity ng oil times gamma ng water, and gamma ng Hg is equal to specific gravity ng Hg times gamma ng water. So, therefore, if we divide, both sides by gamma ng water, so, ang lalabas na equation is ito, P sub A over gamma ng water plus, anong ulit yung gamma sub O? specific gravity ng oil plus gamma times gamma ng water. So, matitira dito, specific gravity ng oil, height ng oil, plus height ng water, or let's say, specific gravity ng water, which is alam natin na 1, height ng water, minus specific gravity ng Hg, height ng Hg, is equal to 0. So, meron tayong dalawang way to solve. Pwede tayong gumamit nito. Okay? Pwede tayong gumamit niyan if you want, or pwede tayong gumamit nito. Okay. So, either of the two, pwede tayong magamit. So, since para mas mapadali sa atin, so gamitin na natin tong naka-divide na yung ating gamma ng water. So, this is, ano binigay sa atin na unit? 5 kilopascal. So, 5 kilopascal. So, pwede kong gamitin dito yung 9.81. Ano ba yung kilopascal? Gawin natin square meter. So, 5 kilonewton per square meter, yan, over, yan, 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. So, resulting unit niyan, meter. Okay? Kaya, lahat ng nakikita nyo dyan, puro meter na yan. Yan ay pressure head. Itong blue, no, ito yung ating mga pressure. Okay? Tapos, itong mga nasa red, and ito yung ating pressure head. Okay. Kaya sabi ko kanina, pwede kayong gumamit ng using pressure or pressure head. So, ayan, may note tayo dito no, na paalala no, para dun sa ating ayan. So, pwede natin magamit yon. Okay? So, balik tayo sa solution. So, S ng oil, sabi dyan, 0.8. So, plus 0.8 0.8 times ano daw ang height ng oil, that is 3 meters. Okay. Plus specific gravity ng water 1 times. So ang height ng water natin ay pinagsamang height na to. So meron ito tsaka ito. So, dalawa. Kasi water pa rin naman yan up to that level. Okay? So, times 1.5 meters. Times 1.5 meters. Okay? Minus 13.6 multiplied by y is equal to 0. O, ibahin natin yung kulay ng y para distinguish natin siya. Okay? So, ito na lang. Y. So, from this equation, magkakaroon tayo na ng result ng ating distance or height y na equal sa, kung meter yan, 0.3242 meters. So, yan na yung ating y. Ngayon, dahil nga gumagamit tayo ng, or in-express natin minsan, kung nalanin nyo yung height of mercury, so, y is equal to, kung meters yan, dahil madalas na ginagamit natin is millimeters, so that is 324.2 millimeters of mercury. Yun yung kanyang pressure head. So, either of these two, yan, ito, tsaka ito, ay tamang sagot. Kasi y lang naman ang kailangan nating answer. Okay? So, ayan na yung ating solution, no, para dito sa ating problem number 2. Okay? So, now let's proceed with this problem. Yan. So, sa atin, problem number 3. So, sabi dito, the pressure at the point M in the figure shown was increased from 70 kilopascal to 105 kilopascal. This causes the top level of the mercury to move. So, babaguhin natin to. So, let's change this one. To move not 25 mm but 250 mm. So, dito rin. So, gawin natin tong yan. Gawin natin 250 mm. Yan. So, to move 250 mm in the sloping tube, what is the inclination theta? So, ginawa ko dyan, nag-prepare na ako ng dalawang drawing nakasama yung text, no? Okay naman na yan. So, sagutin natin ito. So, sabi sa atin, may dalawang daw scenario o nangyari ito sa ating setup. Una, meron na siyang pressure dun sa point M, nakikita nyo ba yan, na 70 kilopascal. And then, in-increased, no, to 105 kilopascal. Ang nangyari ay, gumalaw daw ng 250 mm yung mercury na fluid, no, na, malagay na natin, yung mercury ay merong specific gravity na 13.6. Ayan, o dito rin. Malagay na lang din natin. So, mercury na merong specific gravity na 13.6. Ayan. So, meron din siyang gumalaw yung fluid na yon. Okay? So, ngayon, for us to analyze this one, kasi mahirap to i-analyze ng bigla-bigla, no, na parang pataasin mo kagad, may difference kagad. Unahin muna natin, if yung pressure at M, P sub M is 70 kilopascal. Yun muna. Sabihin ito, yan, meron tayo dito, yan, 70 kilopascal. Okay? So, if that's the case, so, gawa natin ng mga dimension to. So, this is your point M. So, ito yun. So, up until this level, no, bago mag-mercury, water pa siya. Okay? So, let's say this is your height X. Okay. Tapos, dito, so, kung susundan ko to, yan. Yan. Tapos, ito, meron din tong level na to. Okay. So, yung difference ito, okay. So, let's say, yan, ito yung inyong height Y. So, from this height Y, meron kang possible na dalawang points. So, dito, meron kang point yan, meron din dito, no? Yung point na to na isa, yung point 1, kapantay niya yun dito sa may kabilang side, sa kaliwa. Ito naman yung ating point 2. And we know, okay, from our previous discussions, P sub 2, okay, dahil open yan sa top, P sub 2 is equal to 0. Okay? So, from this setup, computein muna natin, no, by summing up pressure. So, mag-sum up tayo ng pressure. Summing up pressure. Okay? So, gawin natin, mag-sum up tayo ng pressure. Dahil pares tayong may dalawang unknown, so, mag-expect tayo ng dalawang equation. Actually, tatlo nga ang unknown natin. Pero, yung isang unknown, pwede natin makompute. Paano compute natin yung dalawang unknown, which is yung X and Y. Okay? So, by summing up pressure from point M, so, yun yung ano niya, no? From point M to point 2. Okay? So, mag-sum up tayo ng pressure. Okay? So, that is, lalabas yun na P sub M, yan, P sub M, then, bababa, plus, gamma ng water X. Okay? Tapos ito, no, medyo familiar na tayo dito. Parang hindi na natin ito kakailanganin, no? Yan, itong level na to. Yan. So, kasi nga, maka-cancel lang. Vertical height lang tayo, di ba? Vertical height. Since magkakaroon niya ng pares na height, so, hindi natin intindihin na yon. So, punta na tayo dito sa green line or reference line na ginawa natin. So, that is minus, yan, gamma ng mercury, okay, times Y, okay, is equal to P sub 2. Yan. So, gamitin din natin kanina yung ating concept, no? Na let's divide, no? Tama ba? So, lagay natin dito, divide, yan. Divide both sides by gamma ng water. And we know that yung gamma Hg, okay, and yan, gamma Hg ay equal sa specific gravity ng Hg times gamma water. So, by using this concept, katulad nung kanina, so this will become P sub M over gamma ng water. Eh, di ba ito 0 na to? Ay, 0 na to, di ba? So, 0. Yan. So, this is plus X na lang minus. So, matitira na lang is S ng mercury, Y is equal to 0. So, lalabas dito, ano yung P sub N natin? 70 So, 70 kilopascal. So, gagamitin ko dito is over 9.81. So, matitira dito ay meter, no? Plus x minus 13.6y is equal to 0. So, rearranging this one, so this will become 13.6 plus x is equal to 70 over 9.81 meters. So, this will be your equation number 1. Okay? So, equation number 1 nyo ito. Yan. So, now, dahil may isa tayong equation at dalawang unknown natin, kailangan pala tayo isa pang equation. So, pupunta tayo ngayon doon sa pangalawang drawing. Ito na. Okay. Sa pangalawa, sabi sa atin, nag-increase daw to 105 kilopascal. Ibig sabihin, ito, gawin na lang natin itong M prime. Yan. At M prime, so P sub M prime is equal to 105 kilopascal. So, ito naman na yon, no? Yan naman na. Yung pressure dyan. Okay. Ang sabi sa atin, gagalaw daw ng, ano yung gagalaw na value? Gagalaw daw siya ng 250 mm. Is it safe to say, no? For example, no, ano bang kulay ng mercury natin? Kunyari red. Tama ba sabihin na, ayun, sabi dito, move in the sloping tube. So, ibig sabihin dito gumalaw. Okay. Ay, tingnan red. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung galaw ng inyong fluid. Yan. Yan. So, tama sabihin na ito, this will be your so, this will be ito. Yan. So, ito ay 200 yan, 50 mm. Okay. So, yan yung inyong 250 mm. Kung yan yung 250 mm nyo, malamang, kung ang kulay ng water niyo, water to, no? So, siguro ganito ang kulay ng water, blue din. Blue. Kaya ito yung mas matingkad na blue siguro. Ito. Yan. Ito, blue. Yan. Yung sa tubig. So, malamang ito, tubig dyan. Tapos, nabawas din yung 250 dito. So, let's say ito yun. Yung nabawas na 250. Bawa lang naman. Okay? So, ayan. So, if that's the case, no? Ito yung ating, itong blue na to, yan. Yan. So, ang height nito ay 250 din. 250 mm. Ngayon, anong ulit daw to? Kanina. So, ito, dinesignate natin as height x. Yan. Nakikita pa ba? So, itutuloy ko to dito. Yan, dito. Okay. Tapos, ito din. Ito yung kanina natin, no? Ito. Yan. Okay. Tapos, ano pa yung meron dyan na value? Ito pa, no? Meron pa tayo nito, no? Ito yung kanina, no? Ay. Isin natin. Yan. Tapos, ito yung last na dimension ito. Ayusin na natin. Yan. Okay. So, ayan. So, if this is the case, so, malamang ito, yung height natin na to ay, ito din yung ating 250 mm, no? Kapala sa kabila. Ito naman itong height na to. So, this is your Y na height. Ayan, yung nakikita nyo sa kabila. O, gawin natin siyang kulay red. So, Y na height. Okay. So, yan yung Y na height. So, malamang meron ka ditong 0.1 and 0.2, no? Tapos, dahil gumalaw yung 0.2, designate na lang natin to as 2 prime. Yan. So, then, itong 2 prime, itong height naman na to, itong isa, okay? So, pwede natin makompute to gamit yung ating slant length, that is 250 mm sin theta. Okay. So, yan na. Kompleto na yung ating mga height. So, ganyan na naging scenario ng ating dito. Dahil sa paggalaw, no? So, eto kulay red na rin yan kasi mercury yan, no? Ayan. So, mga mercury. So, puro mercury na, no? Black tsaka yung red, mga mercury na. Okay? So, ngayon naman, ang gawin natin, i-sum up naman natin yung pressure dito sa setup na to. So, ganun ulit. So, kopyahin ko na lang to. Dito naman, ang i-sum up natin pressure is from point M prime to 2 prime. Yan. So, paano yun? Yung M prime to 2 prime natin. So, mag-upisa tayo. So, this is P sub, So, P sub M prime. Yan, nakikita ba? So, P sub M prime. Tapos, bababa, no? Plus, gamma ng water times, ano yung distance na yan? X plus 0.25. No, kasi meter siya, diba? So, alam ko na meter yan. Hindi ko malalagay unit. Tapos, dito, ito, mawawala na to ng bearing. No, kasi nga, yan. Wala na yan, no? Same height. So, eliminated na kaagad sa computation natin. Aangat, minus gamma ng Hg multiplied by, ano yung mga height na yan? 250 or 0.25? 0.25 plus y plus 0.25 sin theta is equal to P sub 2 prime. Alam natin na yung P sub 2 prime ay 0. So, ito, yan na natin ito na 0. Yan. 0. So, therefore, so substitute natin, this is 105. Yan. Over, yan. Sige. Bago tayo mag-proceed doon, so, ganun din pala. Yan. So, gawin natin, i-divide na lang natin ulit. So, ito, kopyahin ko tong principle na to. Or, dinote ko dito. Yan, para madala natin doon sa kabila. Ito. Ayan. So, meron tayong note na kapag dinivide natin both sides ng gamma ng water, so, makakancel na kasi 0 yung kabila, no? So, this will be equal to 105 over yan, 9.81 meter. So, meter na to, yung unit, plus, ito na siya, no? Distribute ko na. So, plus x plus 0.25 minus, so, this is S ng Hg multiplied by 0.25, distribute na natin, minus S ng Hg times y minus S ng Hg times 0.25 sin theta is equal to 0. Okay? So, simplify natin further. 105 over yan, 9.81 meters plus x plus 0.25 minus 13.6 times 0.25 minus 13.6y minus 13.6 times 0.25 sin theta is equal to 0. Kasi theta yung kailangan So, ang gagawin ko is, ililipat ko ito. So, I will, lalagyan ko ng marking. So, ililipat ko ito. Yan. Ito. Yan. Kasama to. Sorry. Yan. Lipat ko sa kabilang side ng equation. Okay. Etong negative 13.6y. Etong x. Yan. Tsaka etong negative 13.6 sin theta. So, tingnan natin yung magiging arrangement. So, this will become 105 over yan, 9.81 okay, plus 0.25 tapos minus 13.6 times 0.25 is equal to yan, 13.6y minus x plus 13.6 times 0.25 sin theta is equal to 0. So, kanina, na-solve natin, ito. Sabi natin, yan, ito, yung 13.6y, okay, yan, ito. Yan, yung 13.6y minus x ay galing sa equation number 1. Ayan, nakikita ba? So, that is 70 over 9.81. So, pag tinuloy ko to, this is 105 over, yan, 9.81. Or, pwede natin i-simplify na to, no? Yan, isi-simplify natin yung equation, yung nasa side na yan na equation. So, ayan. So, pag sinimplify natin, kung fraction form yan, so that is 49,399 yan, over, ano to, 6,540 is equal to, ayun yun, so, 70, yan, 70 over, yan, 9.81, plus, so, yung 13.6 times 0.25 ay equal sa 3.4 yan, sin theta. Okay? So, simplifying that or finding the solution, so theta, so magiging value natin ng theta dito. So, therefore, okay, our theta, pag sinolve natin yan, okay, or diniretso natin yung ating solution, the value of theta na bibigay sa atin ng problem ay 7.0583 degrees. Okay? So, yan yung ating sagot, no? Para dito sa problem na to. So, that is the value of your theta. So, that is for our problem number 3. So, dito natin tatapusin. Yung next natin mga problem ay iwan ko na ito sa inyo. Yan. So, this problem, and these two problems. So, magiging practice problem ninyo yan, no, in preparation to your upcoming exam, no, sa Principles of Hydrostatics. So, that concludes yung ating discussion ng pressure measurement by manometer.